Hi guys, thanks for tuning back into another video. For the first time in what feels like weeks and weeks, we've eventually got clearing skies here in the northeast of England. For the past, I don't know how long, it's been dull, dreary, overcast, rainy, misty, murky, just not very good. A bit like this, but this is all starting to clear. And I'm a little bit excited because for the first time in weeks and weeks and weeks, I can eventually get the telescope out because there's something very interesting to see in the night sky. And that is Comet 12P Pons Brooks. It's an orbital comet that comes to the inner solar system every 71 years. And it was discovered a couple hundred years ago, and it's making its return to the solar system with the closest approach to the sun being in April, and then the closest approach to the Earth being in June. But April is favourable because of darker skies, and you wouldn't have to kind of contend with summer never-ending twilight. So Comet 12P Pons Brooks is brightening quite readily, and it's just below the threshold of naked eye visibility. Which means tonight, if I get the telescope set up, and hopefully these clouds clear, which they're expected to, I'll be able to get the telescope out, and it's in a very favourable part of the sky for us in the northern hemisphere because it's right near Andromeda, which means it's high enough in the sky so we don't have to worry about it being obscured by horizon glare and a horizon murk and stuff like that. Also tonight, the moon won't be playing much of an influencing factor because it's only a very slim crescent moon, and it was set quite early. So there's a good few things going in my favour tonight for the photograph Comet 12P Pons Brooks. It shouldn't be too much of an issue to find with the telescope. The issue might be that it could be quite late on that the clouds clear. I don't know, we'll see how it goes later on. But I'm expecting to be able to find this quite easily. I'll be using the 6-inch Celestron telescope, my Fuji X-T5 with a telescope adapter on, and I'm imagining I'll probably need a shutter speed of probably around 15 seconds plus to get the initial comet, and then I'll see what it looks like, how bright it is, if I can see any detail in the comet's tail and whatnot. But it's pretty exciting actually, because the last comet that I got to see that was naked eye was Comet Neowise, and that was really superb. That was a stunning comet. So we've got a little bit of time to play with this one. It's going to be visible right through April, so hopefully I get it tonight. And here is what happened. Okay, it's cleared up quite nicely apart from a few passing clouds, and I found Comet Pons Brooks pretty much straight away. With the telescope. It's just below Andromeda, and it looks okay. Now I've got the Celestron 6 SE set up here in the garden, and I've got the Fuji X-T5 in the back of the telescope, and I'll show you here. Got the camera set up here, and here is Comet Pons Brooks. So here is the bright coma of the comet, and very faintly you can see a very faint tail going up on this image. Now, I don't profess that this is the best image of it because unfortunately it is over just over the tops of the houses there, so I can't get a clear view because the clouds have only just cleared. But that's not bad for a first attempt. The settings for this are ISO 2500, 20-second exposure with a 10-second shutter delay, and the shutter was activated via my phone just to prevent camera shake. shooting in RAW, so I'll go and edit this on the computer and see what I come back with. I'm surprised at how bright that coma is on the Comet. I just hope there's some detail in the tail that comes out when I process it. I will have another few goes at this over the next couple of nights if it's clear, hopefully earlier on in the night, but unfortunately the moon is going to be a bit of an issue. It's a fairly hefty crescent at the moment, and that'll just wash out the detail of the comet as the moon gets brighter. But luckily this comet is going to be visible right up through April and May, so this is only a first glimpse, but the first glimpse is pretty impressive. Stay tuned for more updates, and this is Comet Brooks when it is Comet Pons Brooks, I should say, when it's been edited. So the comet last night wasn't particularly impressive in the picture that I've just shown, but there was a number of reasons why that was the case. One was that the sky had only just cleared and that there was still low pressure over the UK, not very good for astrophotography. There was also some light pollution over the area where I was trying to observe it, and it was quite low down on the horizon, which again didn't lend itself for very clear viewing. So the picture that I've got was just a short exposure. If I had the opportunity to do a longer exposure, then there's a chance there that I could have got more detail on the comet's tail, and I could have ramped the ISO down a little bit to make the image less noisy. So although disappointing at first to look at, it hopefully will get better, and as the weather starts to get a little bit better here in the UK, then that should also improve viewing through the telescope and taking images of it. I'm not too good at taking photographs and stacking them and processing them, but I might try and do that with this comet to see what outcome I get from those multiple images stacked together. But hopefully over the next couple of nights I'll have another opportunity to photograph Comet Pons Brooks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, guys.